What's poppin', everybody? This is Ray Rawlins from the Ray Rawlins Network, where we talk cartoons and we damn near do it daily. I'm joined by Alex Payne, and today we're talking the nice, recently released episode of SpongeBob. As we promised on our Friday episode, we talk SpongeBob every Monday and Friday here on the Ray Rawlins Network. Today, we're talking about an episode from season 12. I believe it's episode 12, and it's called The Goofy Newbie. Now, before we get into it, Mr. Alex Payne, give us that episode breakdown. What's happening in this episode?
Well, the episode starts off with Patrick in the Goofy Goober, I guess ice cream pub, if you will. And, he's trying out all the free samples and they eventually kick him out. And he hears some employees who are on their break say that employees get free ice cream for their entire breaks. So Patrick decides to get a job at the Goofy Goober ice cream pub, which I'm going to continue to call it from here on since. And, obviously it's Patrick, especially modern Patrick, so he can't do shit right. So his boss tells him to come back tomorrow for a second chance, and if it don't go good, then, it'll be his last chance. So he gets SpongeBob to help him out, and SpongeBob does so. He eventually ends up on his break, and he gets the ice cream he wanted. That's the episode. Oh.
Tell him the ending, man. Come on. What happens in the end? What happens in the ending? What happens in the ending?
Technically, that is the ending. I mean, yeah, he freezes up the planet, but that's still,
And then he gets fired. You're fired! Listen.
I'm getting moderately philosophical, like I did in the last one, but I wonder if something was like that to happen, and then, we were frozen for 1 billion years or whatever, and then we unthawed. I wonder if the scientists would be able to tell the world is 1 billion years older or not.
I would assume so. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe they'll probably tell from some universe shit or something. Like, why does the sun look half as bright as it used to?
Listen, we're not here to talk about philosophy. We're here talking about some motherfucking SpongeBob. As much as I'd love to get in that conversation with you, we can't do it today. We can do it on another podcast.
But my first impression of this episode was that it was okay. It felt meaningless, if that makes any sense.
I guess it did, but in our reality, aren't all every episode of every cartoon's kind of like that?
No, like it felt.
Well, the general premise, 30 minutes or 15 minutes, the story's over. I guess. I guess, but also you can say like every other SpongeBob's like that. Every SpongeBob's like that. Like nothing gets accomplished. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to tell a little mini story, which in my opinion it does. But also you can argue that, we talked a little bit about it Friday, that the whole Patrick character obviously has definitely taken a hit, just like whatever the fuck took a hit in your background over there.
I just slammed the toilet down because that's how his character went.
I hope that wasn't the toilet. I really hope.
No, it was. It was the toilet.
Oh my lord! Listen.
That's what happened to his career. I mean, his character.
Man, Patrick's still great. I don't care what nobody say.
You're just biased, man. He's not shit anymore. He's dumb as fuck. He's mean as fuck. And, yeah.
But in comparison, because we just did the Life of Crime episode review, which is on the Ray Rawlins Network. Hit that name of the channel and find it. But gotta plug your other shit on the channel, man. But we just did that the Life of Crime review. And Patrick, between that episode and this episode right here, obviously you can see some major differences. Like Patrick, the main thing I noticed is that he can't control himself. He looks like a helpless, nervous child when he's over here just his mind's on the ice cream, and it's only on the ice cream, which I mean in a sense is, you can say, a Patrick thing, but it's like he still maintained his like normal state of mind in the old school episodes. Am I?
Yeah,
You say
even
I'm
because
right on
think
that,
about
or
it though, because even in that last one, you could argue it was a similar situation with the chocolate bar.
right? Yeah, there you go. You can even say that.
And yeah, it was irrational and it was kind of dumb that he forgot he ate his own thing, but he was still like,
In control
in
of
control.
himself.
Yeah, he was
That's
still in control and.
like This Patrick legit just lost like all type of brain cells that he had in his head. Like he's over here fidgeting. So about ice cream bite. Like he seems like a dumber Homer Simpson.
But I will say this though, he wasn't as
Donuts.
dumb. He wasn't as dumb in this episode as he was in a lot of the other ones though. I will say
No,
that, but he
you're
still is
right.
pretty. But that says a lot in itself that he's not as dumb as he is in some episodes in this one because he was still pretty dumb in this episode.
Oh, of course. And the number one episode that I always compare any type of Patrick to, like the dumbest Patrick out there, is the one where he keeps falling and he gets paid to fall at the Krusty Krab. That right there is the biggest shot to his character ever. Like they did Patrick so wrong, in my opinion. Granted, he is a dummy, but he's not that dumb. He was never built in the beginning of the series to be that dumb. He had some smart moments. He was an idiot savant in a way, and they definitely haven't been portraying him that way in these recent episodes of SpongeBob. This one, like you
I wouldn't
said, is
even say
better.
that because that would imply that
Go ahead.
he's dumb as fuck, but only good in one thing.
Okay.
Like
And
he's an
and
idiot savant.
right. Um, I will say this too, though. He's definitely been getting better, in my opinion. He's definitely been getting better. And to go back to this episode, give my little short first impressions, because we spent all this time talking about Patrick. Like I said, I think this episode is all right. It's not the worst episode we've seen. It definitely could have been worse, but it was pretty decent. I'm gonna give it a decent score when it comes down to the later review. But let's talk about the moments. What are some of your favorite moments of this episode?
I don't really have any, honestly.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
great. I
Nothing
can
really
see. I
special
can.
in this episode, man. It's really nothing special. I mean, it's not
All
something
right,
you regret watching, but like there wasn't really anything that stood out to me.
all right.
I guess,
I
well,
gotta.
except all that good handwork SpongeBob was doing, I
Oh
imagine the
yeah,
finger's a good pussy.
Listen, SpongeBob. It's funny that you say that, man. SpongeBob should be getting some, yo, straight up. But I do gotta say though, one of my favorite moments in that episode has got to be obviously when Patrick, of course, is doing all the chores, like he's washing the dishes, and the his manager comes in. He's like, "Yo, how did you get all the dishes clean that fast?" And then he just like sucks up the dish into his mouth, just it just licks it clean. He
That's
spits it out. He's like,
nasty, man.
he was like, "Don't tell anyone you ever did that." And I don't know, because I was thinking about it as soon as I saw that. I'm like, no, that's not something Patrick would do. It's not. I mean, but then again, I don't know. It kind of seems like it is something he do. Would you agree or not?
Um, I honestly
Like
don't
old school
know.
Patrick.
No,
You
I know
don't
what you
know?
mean. I don't know.
I
I
don't know.
kind
I
of
could
want to
see him
say
doing that.
no, but I kind of could. It's like it kind of could. Like if he did it, I wouldn't have been surprised. But if he didn't do it, I wouldn't be surprised either.
What about when he was in the freezer and he basically turned the heat on because it got too cold?
Now that's something my regular smart Patrick wouldn't have done.
You don't think so?
No.
Hmm.
I will say it was
It
funny when he was like, I can't remember exactly how he worded it, but he was pretty much implying that he wasn't catching anything in the ice cream,
Right.
like he was
The funny
fishing in
thing
it.
to counter react that, remember when they did the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy movie? They actually made the movie, and SpongeBob asked him, "Did you just put the lens cap on?"
But that was season 4, so that was after he started getting retarded.
Huh. That's
I think that
interesting.
might have
Yeah, you're
even been
right.
season 5.
No, you're right. That's season 4. That's season 4. Okay. I'll give you that one. I kind of want to say like I see Patrick doing something like that. That's something he would do. But um, besides that, I want to say that's all my favorite moments. Obviously, he goes gets help from SpongeBob, and SpongeBob hooks him up, and he gets to the
He
free
hooked him
ice
up.
cream.
He got some
Yeah,
big fish pussy.
no, he got some ice cream, man. It's always second jokes with you. No, they're never funny. But obviously Patrick's just vacuuming that place up, just zoom, 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 and just sucking up all the ice cream, and then he gets the brain freeze, which inevitably causes him freezing the planet, and then obviously he ends up getting fired. So is it me, or did that his manager want to fire him? Like, he was so happy to say,
Well, I mean,
"Yo,
that
buddy,
was
you're
clear
walking."
from the beginning.
I mean, I guess so, but he seems so nice. The manager seems so damn nice. Like, yo, this dude, I like this guy.
I
But
think
then
that was the
obviously
whole
Patrick,
point. Like, because even in the, employee, I don't know what you call that, like the enrollment video or whatever, he was like, oh, we're very good to our employees. And then the
right,
guy was like, hello, very respectfully or something. Or, I
right.
really care for
No,
you.
you're
Like,
right.
so I think that was supposed to be a joke.
I would say so, but like, you can always tell, like, especially if you get a job, you like, you see your employer, you're like, oh, this dude's bullshitting me. Like, this dude had that extra energy in it. They portrayed him to have that extra energy in it. So obviously, that turned because Patrick obviously was screwing everything up, and that's why he was so happy to fire him, which is definitely understandable. So can't get mad at the guy for that. But it's like, damn, you fired the pink homie, yo. You could at least let him get his second break. Shit. But
He
let's get into
deserved it.
final reviews, man. Like I said, this episode was pretty decent, and I do agree with you. It wasn't anything too special. It really wasn't. Like, you could miss this episode, but this is an episode that you put on a Saturday when you ain't doing shit, and you're like, oh shit, I got some SpongeBob's on. Oh, this on Nickelodeon? All right. I mean, it's not my favorite episode, but I'll sit back and watch it. Who cares, It's one of them. It's one of them throwaway episodes you sit back and watch when you ain't got shit to do. So, but overall, like I said, it's decent. It's not the best. I wouldn't even qualify this as the worst, to be honest with you. Like, it doesn't beat that breaking episode where SpongeBob has to take a break, which I think is the worst episode I've seen of the new era. But anyway, my final thoughts is exactly everything I just said, but I'm gonna give it a nice. I know I said it like I had more to say. I just said everything I need to say. I'll give this a nice 6 out of 10. It's decent. I'll go on your scale. I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. It was middle of the road for me. Pretty. I don't hate it. Don't like it. Didn't think it was terrible. Didn't think it was good. A nice 5.
Listen,
A
I'm gonna
nice
send
gentle
Patrick.
5.
I'm gonna send Patrick over to your house to suck your dishes clean.
Yeah, but he'll forget where he going and why he going. Yeah, after he turns around to walk away from you telling him.
Yeah, you're right. Man, they did my homie bogus, man. They did the pink homie bogus. But y'all know what it is, man. My name is Ray Rawlins. He is Alex Payne. I give it a 5. I give it a 6. He gives it a 5. This is the Ray Rawlins Network, where we talk cartoons and we damn near do it daily. This is our review of SpongeBob SquarePants, the Goofy Newbie from season 12. We ain't that in shit, man, around here. Y'all getting straight up raw Ray Rawlins and Alex Payne in the cup, man. We will see you when we see you. We're undergoing some changes too soon. So, you know what it is, man. Stay tuned. Hit that sub. Hit that like if you like what we do. If you don't like what we do, just hit that dislike and don't subscribe.
And hey, look out for that new Number B album.
Oh, yeah. That. Peace.